Starburns Audio.
Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on the Season 2 premiere of Humans Who Make Games, Adam Conover talks to comedian Ron Funches and Jean Goudon, creative director of the Assassin's Creed series. On Boogie Monster, Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone share a perfect recipe for the quarantined cook. This week on Profiles and Eccentricity, they cover the history of the Coruscant Unity cult, folks for whom a flat earth is ridiculous because they believe it's really a concave shell. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for our full list of shows, featuring hosts like Joe Coy, Amanda Seals, Jessica Chobot, and Jackie Johnson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Remember, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits, the funny hits, and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to a minisode of Dumb People Town. Population you.
Population Keith Carey.
Thank you for joining
and
us.
Connor McSpadden.
Hey.
What's up, fellas?
Guys who have a podcast called, and I wanted to call it The Nasty Boys, but we're calling it The Mean Boys. It's a Mean Boy. It's Mean Boys, Miss Jackson if you're Nasty Boys.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go fuck with the RSS feed and get that changed.
See what you can do. Mess with it.
How would you describe your show?
Yeah.
It's like a late night show if it didn't suck.
Yeah.
It's kind of what we're going for.
Do you think all
Your
late night-
show or the late night show?
Our show. It's,
okay.
We try. We take like the vibe of like a late night show, turn it into a podcast, and then make it.
Yeah, we do
actually fun.
monologue jokes. So it's like, what if Jimmy Fallon talked about ISIS beheadings? Is essentially the
So you go for
show.
it, like uncensored late night
that's
show.
kind of where we know you really from, Keith. And
Both
did
you guys,
both you
Connor,
guys
too.
from doing the
roast battle,
The roast
probably.
battle. Both
Yeah.
you guys are great battlers.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very
both of
much.
you, we watched you both win, kill it on stage. It is a hard thing for people to understand. Like, you have to have great writing, and then you have to have the presence to carry it off, to deliver it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you guys are. No one is ever disappointed to see the Sklar Bros are judging that night. You guys are.
Everybody's favorite nobodies. That's us.
That's us. Yeah, thank you. Who canceled
Yeah,
that? We
who
finally
canceled?
got it.
Oh, we got this
you are
one.
our favorite people when Mike Lawrence is busy.
Thank
Like,
you very much. See, the roasting has begun. Well, I'm glad you guys are here, and Daniel Van Kirk. Oh, Dan's here.
Oh, Dan's here. What's
I
Dan?
know.
Hi,
I just keep
Daniel.
showing up.
The surprise of seeing Dan, even though we've already just been
Dan,
hanging out
the
with him.
anchor of this show. We are
Yeah,
always shocked
The
to find him.
driving motor. We get stories, dumb stories. We believe that the world is getting dumber. Do you guys agree?
100,000%.
Or
There's
is
a
the
guy-
dumber getting louder?
I think it's a bit of both. I am actually flying out to Muskogee, Oklahoma, directly after I record. I am en route to Dumb People Town right now.
Yes, dude.
That is
Bring
Dumb
us
People City Hall right there.
Yeah,
Send
I-
us a pigeon gram.
This guy's, it's in Muskogee, and I'm like, that has to be a place. That is
Yeah,
in
just
North America.
Wait till you see what happens. Well, I mean, thankfully we have a wonderful dumb community out there of people, dumb ears on the ground, who send us stories. And
The
for this townies, you guys get it. You guys listen to the podcast. Well, I'm happy that you're here because you're going to lend your very specific and awesome brand of comedy to this story that was sent to us. Daniel, what do we got?
Here we go. This was sent in by Aaron Gaillard to A-R-I-N.
I think you got it right. I think you got it right.
I think
There's
you
no
nailed
need
it.
to even go down that road.
I've never seen an Aaron like that. I'm not hating on it. I've just never seen A-R-I-n.
A-R-I-N.
That's some fucking
That's
like Legolas
nonsense.
Lord of the Rings shit.
Are they missing an A? It could be Aryan.
Nope.
Okay.
I hope not.
I sure hope not. What kind of podcast are we doing here?
Gaillard. Gaillard.
Welcome to Crossburns Audio.
At Aaron Danielle 227.
Okay.
227, was that the show?
Yeah, it's Sherman Hemsley's. second
Yeah.
show. There we go.
227.
It's a very white name with a very black reference.
All of it. Spring Hill, Florida.
Yep.
What? No
Guys,
way.
we're here. We made it.
Can I ask you guys something? I've never brought this up. So a lot of these articles I get, they start out by saying, as though like a newswire service or whatever, like, here's where this took place. Didn't we like 25 years ago all agree to just start, you abbreviate states with 2 letters?
Yeah.
I am not shitting you. It happened in this one. FLA period.
What? That's nonsense. Like,
Who's
either write
still
Florida or
doing
write
this?
FL. What is the A?
It's just FL, right?
The FLA just makes it more confusing.
But is there like an argument in this country
Right,
about people like, no, it's still
no.
ILL?
Well, you know what it is? FLA, it actually took place in Flavortown.
Flavor Flav's apartment.
Like, you guys remember, didn't Missouri
And he
used
lives
to
in an
have
apartment now.
3?
MO.
No, wasn't it MOU at one point?
No. It's just MO.
It was always. You never had a third
MO.
letter.
That was our MO.
That was our MO.
Well, I think Illinois was ILL. So
Possible.
this says FLA.
Who just sees FL and
if
is
a townie
just
could settle this
Yeah,
for
well,
me.
explain yourself.
Yeah.
well, first of all, you see that headline, and you're like, well, Florida. You know, that's redundant.
Yeah.
to
It's on
include
this
it.
show.
Right.
It's Florida.
I was going to say Florence, Italy. Near the Duomo, there's a man with his shirt off.
Yeah, somebody got drunk and stole a gondola.
That's
Chewing
Venice.
his cheeks.
That's Venice,
Like,
but fine.
I think Massachusetts
We'll allow
used
it.
to be
Okay, sorry, I don't know my
MAS.
Italy facts.
Keith will allow it. Massachusetts.
Well, I'm going to start reading it as is going forward in the town. So Spring Hill Fla,
Spring Hill Flotto.
yeah, there you go, Flato. A Florida man was arrested on Wednesday afternoon.
Ooh,
Wednesday
that's
afternoon.
That's the
Ooh.
worst time you can get
Did
arrested.
it start Tuesday night, guys? Did it start Tuesday night?
Oh yeah,
Did
this
it
is the end of
bleed
like
into-
two.
No,
Yeah.
this man like wait this is like a beer in the shower, and then I did this.
Yeah, beer.
Yeah.
Wednesday afternoon, he's like, hump day. Like, little victories, ma.
By the way,
and-
that's a guy who literally
man-
has said it's the weekend somewhere. That's not true. That's not true.
man had a
not
Dixie
true
Spa
thing. Even in
day.
Australia, it's only Thursday.
A Florida man was arrested on Wednesday afternoon for DUI after he reportedly mistook a Tampa Bank drive-through for Taco Bell.
Delicious.
Oh God, that's everything I wanted it to be.
Who hasn't been there?
I just wanted to, I heard tamp and I got really worried we were doing some sort of
Tampon?
feminine hygiene.
Oh, I had the same thing.
shenanigans.
This took a tampon, and I was like, oh no, for what?
For his sister.
Took
No.
a Tampon Bank drive-through for Taco Bell. The hell are these
I feel like
tube
Tampa-
systems they got set up here? It's just
What do
Taco
I
Bell.
send me a taco through that tube?
Like, I feel like this went an extra step further because this man clearly had a Taco Bell rewards card that he put into the
Sent
slide.
it through, and then
It's like
sucked
a
up
woman
the thing.
through the glass, or man was probably like, that's not what we are. You're not what you are. That's what I just
Just
said.
said.
to
And I
you.
also think there are so many Taco Bell related crimes in Spring Hill, Florida. They do send you your gorditas through a bank tube just to be add an extra
They
layer
don't
of
want
security.
any contact with the customers in Florida.
Oh shit! Just whoop, I forgot the napkins. I'm just gonna send them.
It's just like a dye pack full of sour cream in case of a robbery.
The manager comes up to the employees like, did you look them in the eye? That is the first rule. Don't look
Look
them in the
anybody.
eye.
She's like, I can send you a lollipop and a magnet. That's all we have.
Yeah,
we
they're
don't
like-
have anything else.
These people are technically humans, but they're more so primates. Don't show your teeth.
Yes.
All right. Don't make
They
any
will
loud
throw-
noises.
they'll throw
They're
their shit
all-
at you. They will throw their
They
feces
will
at you.
become enraged.
Even if it goes well, they're still going to throw their shit at you.
What
Even
kind,
if you give him everything he wants. This
what
is
kind of
mating
lollipop?
season. Kind of lollipop.
Can I get fire sauce?
No, there's no
Can I
fire
get a
sauce.
nacho lollipop?
Can I get give me more fire sauce. You
We didn't give
too
you
little
any fire sauce.
I
We
want
didn't give
3
you any
packs.
to begin with.
I want 3 packs
Well, we
of
didn't,
lollipop.
sir.
You got
I-
mints?
I will
Sir,
say this about the guy: he was thinking outside the bun, which I know is Taco Bell's thing. You guys were saying Tampa. I mean, when you think about Tampa, Tampa is kind of the tampon of the United States.
Yeah,
it's sort of like holding
collects
the
all the
blood
waste and refuse.
in a certain. It's jamming the blood into Florida, and if you
The
release
keys
it,
are
it
the
all
string. You
That's
know?
right. That's right.
These are the
Yeah.
just
Keys are
giving the
string.
United States septic shock. I love it.
Yeah.
That's right.
According to the Hernando County Sheriff's Office, the manager of a Bank of America called to report an impaired driver after he found an unconscious man behind the wheel of a blue sedan, Pontiac Grand Am GT. That's my
know
guess.
it, yes.
You know it.
No,
yes,
that's what it is.
aftermarket rims.
Buick Skylark.
in the bank's,
Aftermarket rims.
yeah, in the bank's drive-through lane. So he walks up, a little bit of like a tap, tap,
Just
tap,
tap, tap,
Yeah,
tap.
yeah, yeah. Sir,
I'll have 3
Gordita.
chalupas.
Yeah. Queso box.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Sklars, would you like to share with people who maybe haven't heard already how many tacos you guys would order in college?
When
Well,
not in college, in high school.
school. After a high school party, we would go to the Taco Bell on Dorset Road in St. Louis. Dorset Road.
Surprised you didn't take me there.
We should have
Surprised we
taken
should
you
have
there.
taken you there.
And we would each
Order
get
10
10
tacos, knowing full well, given what we had drank that night, that probably in 30 minutes it was all coming back out.
Yeah.
Whole.
5 soft, 5 hard tacos.
That was your roll?
That was my
The
roll.
speed-
Chicken
Speedball.
or beef?
The mix of
Speedball
soft
taco.
and
And it would
hard.
come
The
in a
Taco
giant
Belushi.
box.
Well, no, what you do is you cut your gums open with those hard taco
That's right, and
shells,
then
so the
let
fire
the
sauce
juice
gets
go right
directly
in
into
there.
the
That's it.
bloodstream like nicotine gum.
It was
Jesus. Well, yeah, at that
Or like
point, the
Kodak.
tacos are really
Kodiak.
functioning as like an alcohol tampon. You just need something to soak it up
Right.
Tampa.
in the stomach.
an alcohol Tampa.
Do either one of you think you could do 10 tacos now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I do
should.
too. I told
Easier.
it it would rip you apart.
It would destroy my innards
I
in
could
a
do
way.
it. I could definitely do it. I could not do what we did in college when McDonald's had a 19-cent hamburger, 29-cent cheeseburger
I remember
phase.
those.
That's early 90s. And I did 10.
Those are
I
like
did
Mark
10.
Twain prices.
Yeah,
It's
10
like-
burgers.
That's
They
incredible.
stood up to
$2,
the-
10 burgers.
We ate
I
the
did it.
hamburger, then we painted a fence.
I'd like a rhubarb shake, please. Do you guys ever like wake up
Heavy
with
on the
heartburn and be
rhubarb.
like, "Oh shit, Randy's having tacos"?
Yeah.
Would that be the worst kind of twin
Worst.
psychic connection to
Sandy's
have?
bad decisions
Oh,
are
buddy,
playing
why
out.
did you do the Oreo shake?
Moss.
I think they
Oh
still
god, it's
do
fourth
that.
meal somewhere.
I think they do that in Chicago. There's like it's like 69-cent hamburgers and 79-cent, for the inflation, obviously.
There's a
But
moment.
They still do that once a year.
I've
in
said this on the show
Chicago.
before. When we were in New York, we just saw the place. We just saw it. It's right around the corner from the Comedy Cellar, where we used to with our buddy get our haircut. We would all get our haircut at this place. It was $10 when we moved there in '94.
We all went to the same place because it was so cheap. It was the only thing we could afford.
$10. That's what it was to cut our hair. 2 or 3 years into it, they changed management, and then the haircut went down to $7. And I got mad.
Yeah, you
I
were
was like, $7 means he 10 at least he could care a little bit. $7 means
Yeah.
he doesn't have to give a shit
They're
at
not
all.
even asking.
It's
No,
like
they don't have
to look. I
throw
go to a
caution
place-
to the wind.
Presently, in
Yes.
2018, $8.
Where?
Right by USC.
I go to the same place.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why my hair always looks like shit.
I know.
No, these
You
ladies
look like a lesbian.
They fade you up real good, and it's like they'll be like smoking a cigarette and making bank calls while they're doing it,
Yeah, of
and they
course.
do a fantastic job.
Yeah,
Like, you got the good one, and I got the one who was just like, whatever, we close in 20 minutes. Here you
Yeah.
go.
Well, it was an Italian guy who cut our hair. His name was Steve. Bald. Always a great indication of how good someone cuts hair if he's bald.
Right.
And he always be like, I cut a you hair. Hey, I cut a you hair.
I cut a you hair.
It's like, what time you open till? We open at 8. Come before 8. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
all right.
You're open at 8.
Listen,
Come before 8?
before 8.
I'm sorry. Are we supposed to come before?
I do love the
Hey, look,
too
this haircut
casual.
fell off of the truck.
I do love the
Hey.
too casual small business where you call them and you're like, so when do you guys open? I don't know. When can you get here? We just we got the scissors, you got the hair. We'll figure it out.
We'll make it work.
It's an economy.
There are no hours.
So this
Oh.
person goes up and knocks on the window of a sleeping person.
The manager told deputies that after beating on the car window for, quote, some time.
What is sometime?
What is sometime?
Oh,
How
man.
long are you
how many
knocking on a
knocks
window?
and then how many?
That's like saying you
Jesus.
hooked up. It's so vague. Like, did you
Yeah.
kiss? Did you fuck?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Just
Spend
5
some
minutes
time
or
together.
Yeah, it took some
Sometime. That to me is like a knock, knock, knock. Then like a knock. Then I'm like, yo, man. Whoa, hey.
What
Like a lot
probably
of-
it
You're
didn't
hitting the
wake
hood
him
at
up.
that point.
I know why it didn't wake him up because he just had like packing tape that he had created windows out of.
Yeah, there's no
after
window
his
anymore.
car had
There's
been
no
burglarized.
tapping
and
on
it's
a
just sort of a
plastic bag.
Sometime could be the Paleozoic era.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like that's
That's-
also sometime.
That's a period of time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like old school letters. Like it's been some time since I've written you.
right.
A year?
Eight
Year?
years.
Dearest Martha, I want to make a deposit at my local bank of
At my
Bed.
local Taco Bell.
The
Please get me a rhubarb
So the
shake.
manager tells deputy he was beating on the car for the window for some time. After that, he was able to wake the driver. Upon waking up, the driver asked the bank manager for a burrito. The bank manager then informed
He's
him
just
this was not a Taco Bell. Which means the guy woke up thinking like, he thinks he's so together. He's like, yeah, I want a burrito. Like, instantly, like, I'm on point.
He's like, the fuck is taking you guys so long?
Yeah.
Well, it's like he's coming out of cryo freeze.
Out.
It feels like it's been 1 second for him, and it's
Of
been
course,
some time.
yes,
And he's wearing like his tie and his little vest, and he's like, "Wow, this is a really nice Taco Bell. I picked a good one."
To your car, they bring it.
Oh, this is old school. Are you on skates?
When does the movie start? This is not a drive-in, sir. God.
So then he tells him, you are not at a Taco Bell. So the guy drives away. You'd think that could be the end of it.
Yeah. If it was the end of it, that probably wouldn't be a story in Dumb People Town.
When deputies arrived, they found the blue sedan in the parking lot.
Still.
So he drove from the drive-thru just to a spot in the parking lot, which every bank I've been to, the parking lot's just attached to the drive-thru.
Oh, no,
so
it's right there.
He went like 20, 30 feet, and then was like, I'm good right here.
Yeah.
I will give him credit for that, being like, you should not be driving.
No,
any-
not well enough to drive.
Yes. I see. I kind of wish the bank manager had been like, "I'll trade you your keys for a burrito."
There you go.
Because you know,
Give me your keys.
Yeah,
Get you
two
a
burritos. Done.
Yeah.
I mean, if you live in Florida, in Spring Hill especially, you got to be tired of making weird burrito-related citizens arrests.
Yes.
This has to be a
This is
regular
the
thing.
35th one this
I've got
year.
to barter with our
He
safety
just calls
using
the cops. Got another one. All right, we'll be there,
Wait,
Glenn.
who
It's
said
in
that,
the Doritos
Jay?
Loco division.
Okay, Jay, you said that. Your friend who was a cop? Who said that? Or who
Oh,
knows a
yeah.
cop? So I did I talk about it on this
I
show?
think we told me after a show.
Well, I went to a friend's house and they were friends with a guy who's a cop. So that guy came over in LA and he's like, I have a way to solve all drunken disputes and problems. I was like, what's the way? I want to hear what you have to say.
Because you're a cop, you're on the front lines, you see it all the time.
Right, he's in
Yeah.
the streets. He's like, Doritos. I was like, what? He's like, Doritos. I fill up my trunk with Doritos. I was like, Cool Ranch or regular? He's like, regular. Can't
Gotta be
Cool
the-
Ranch.
gotta be the orange
Because
one.
people have attitudes about Cool Ranch.
Not
He's like,
zesty.
when I take out Doritos, someone will say there's a crazy guy on the street who's yelling at people and spitting. I'll take out a bag of Doritos. I'll walk over and I'll be like, hey, man, if you calm down, I'll give you this bag of Doritos. Every time. 10 out of 10 times. Crazy people calm down for Doritos. He's like, we could eliminate all police brutality. We could get rid of all these things. He's like, I want to have this documented on a chess cam. Doritos are the answer. I was like, spicy Doritos? No, regular,
gotta be regular.
red Doritos are the answer.
They should start keeping a burrito.
A burrito on hand
Yeah.
for
By the
drunk
way,
people
Taco
in-
Bell started doing the Dorito shelled burrito.
Yeah.
What could that do?
Dorito shell taco.
Dorito shelled taco.
I
Just bring
gotta
that.
figure that's like world peace at that
yeah,
point.
I think we just
point-
throw that into the Middle East and it sorts
That's
itself
a
out.
two-state solution right there.
Think about this. If we
Yeah,
drop
Nacho and Cool Ranch.
a two-shell
Like
solution,
Cool Ranch
I
Palestine.
like this man is treating like violent transigents just like a rowdy second grade class. Like I've got Jolly Ranchers.
I got
and-
him. If we dropped Taco Bell on the Middle East, like tons of it, I'm talking about enough to change someone's like attitude and change their eating habits, we could make people lazy enough to forget about the war.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We could get ISIS super fat. That's how we fix everything.
PlayStations, we drop PlayStations and we drop.
ISIS would just be like, you know what? I ate all that shit. I don't want to do I don't want
I
to do anything
can't
today.
do anything for a couple days.
what,
Yeah.
guys,
You know, this is what happens when you bastardize a culture for capitalism is delicious
Yeah.
Dorito shell tacos.
I think democracy
I'm in.
works.
Who,
guys.
they at
We're
some
coming to
point
the
they'll be like,
UN.
"What are we fighting? Are we fighting this? Because if we're fighting this, this is good.
This is great.
If nacho fries are wrong, I don't want to
No,
be
they're
right.
not all right.
So
Did you see that commercial for the nacho fries? It's
No.
like it was a guy in a business office, and he's
business office. This shows that you haven't worked in. An
I haven't worked in an office in so
those
long.
business
You could just call it an office.
An
Yeah, yeah.
office building,
One of
and
those
he's like in an office,
Recreational
and
offices.
He's in his boss's office, and the boss is kind of not even yelling at him, but it just picks up the very end of a conversation where the guy has like pictures, almost as if he's like at a private investigator, and he slams them down on the desk, and he's like, "Nacho fries!" And that's it. That's the whole commercial.
That's the whole commercial?
Yeah, like he's
They
so
figured
mad
it
that
out,
they've been
man.
doing tons of research, and like nacho fries is the end.
well, when deputies arrived, they
Oh,
found
can I
the
just real quickly back to the Doritos thing? I
Yes.
just want to see you guys like sitting down with like this like weeping mother, and they're just like, we know it's been 2 years since we lost Trayvon, but we want you to partner with us on this new policing strategy, and we think this is going to really revolutionize
Hand
the field.
them the Doritos.
Yeah, and then
Frito Levon Martin.
What's your guys' Twitter handle? Because this is a good time for the listener to learn
Send
it.
the
At Mean Boys Podcast.
Okay.
Send them all your hate,
Yep.
guys.
When
We
deputies
don't
arrived,
condone that.
they found a blue sedan in the parking lot. The driver, ready for this name? It's the best.
hear it.
It's everything you'd want it to be.
Let's hear it.
Douglas Francisco was still in the driver's seat.
That should be a town in Florida.
Right.
It's like their San Francisco is Douglas Francisco.
Was still in the driver's seat with the car running. All he had to do was turn that off.
I know. By the way, if you are, this is out to all of our townies.
Yes.
If you've had too much to drink or any bit to
Dan
drink,
has told us, take
and
the
you
keys.
think you're tired, take the keys out of your car, and then
Like,
you will
pull
not
over,
get a
go to
DUI.
sleep, but take the keys out. Otherwise, you show intent to drive.
But
you
also,
still get a
if
DUI.
you still have an ignition that starts with keys going into it, that says a lot about you as a person.
Right. Don't. Yeah, you
don't-
haven't made
okay,
that first
that's-
mistake. Avoid it.
And if you're a real man, just drive drunk to Taco Bell like
Nope.
a man.
At Mean Boys.
At,
You know,
The manager of the bank
that's
confirmed
the
that.
key comment. You know, that maybe you should have thought about some of your guests' financial situation. You know, I'm flying to Muskogee. You think I
He
got
is
to push
flying
button
to Muskogee,
technology?
for Christ's
Hey,
sake.
you're not hitching. The manager of the bank confirmed that Francisco was the same driver he called about, which just pictures to me the manager he's like really inserted himself into this investigation. That's the guy. Like, we got it. Okay, no, that's him.
Need
I don't
anything
know. We
else?
know.
Yeah.
Need
There's
a
two drunk guys in two different Pontiacs in this parking lot.
Pontiac?
Which one's the
That's
real
a
Taco
Bonneville.
Bandit?
I called about the Grand Am.
How many times did the bank manager try to get the cops to open up a checking account? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
guys,
I mean,
we
while
have
you guys are here,
0% finance. You get
I'm
a
trying,
cooler.
I'm trying to sell a subprime mortgage on a
Yeah.
trailer right now.
Hey,
Like, can
fellas,
you-
why not protect and save?
Yeah.
no, I've only got one burrito. No, you cannot have it, Douglas.
Nobody has called this man Douglas in 30 years.
No.
This dude's name is fucking Doug.
He's
bank is now
he
gonna have
is
like a-
straight up Doogie.
Doogie, maybe Doogie.
Doogie.
My dream is that his full name is Douglas Thomas Francisco, and he goes by DTF. That's my dream
hell yeah.
for him.
He is down to Francisco.
Yes, he is.
This bank now has like a glass case that you break with burritos in it. So it's just to have like, no, those are the emergency
He walks around
burritos.
singing himself, I left my beer in Douglas Francisco.
Douglas Francisco is like a name that you'd come up with as a kid writing a story. Like, I need a cool guy named
Yeah.
Douglas Francisco.
Or he's the PI who's investigating Doug Francisco.
And
It's
searching
Douglas
for
Francisco.
Carmen Sandiego.
Yes.
According to the arrest report, Francisco made several unusual statements. This is a time where I wish that we had spent less time trying to figure out how to abbreviate Florida and more time putting in what those unusual statements were.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys a themed restaurant? You guys dress as cops at
What's
this Taco
happening
Bell?
here?
What is this? Are you guys strippers?
Yeah. All right, get to it then. But I
Let's
don't
go.
have much money on me. You should know right now.
I have one burrito worth of money.
And that asshole won't bring it. After
Please
Francisco.
have my burrito and some fire sauce.
Right. After Francisco failed a series of field sobriety tests, he was placed on arrest. Like, how many did the cops need?
Yeah.
He already
You
thought
get
he was
one
a
and you're like, we
give
got
him
it.
one, dude, and then be like, we got it, right, man? And I think DTF would have been like, you
Okay.
got me.
The cops are probably like, we came all the way out here. Let's have a show.
Right.
Let's see 2 or 3 more sobriety
You got
tests.
that unicycle, Mike? Bring that out.
Yeah,
Bring the juggling balls out. Let's see how he does.
The alphabet's a little tough. I could do the menu backwards.
Right.
That'll get me out of this.
Yes. No, he knows that by heart.
All right. I'm going to ask you guys now. We'll get out of here on this. How old is Douglas Francisco?
Too much fun leaves marks in life. Living hard, you'll pay the price. Who is gonna get it right? Guess the age. Guess the age.
Oh, man.
You
Now we
are
got-
guests.
We have 4 of us here.
I know.
So
Keith and Connor, you
yeah.
guys can decide which
Connor,
one of you
you
wants to go first or last. So you can choose your
where are
role.
you going the
I
lineup?
had a strong number pop into my head. I
So
know
you
this
go
might
first.
not be the game theory answer to go first, but I'm
No,
going to
go.
go first. I'm going to take us away. I think it's a 32-year-old man.
32
Okay.
I think that is prime Florida crime age. You haven't quite settled down to your food
Right.
stamps trailer life. You
But
you
you
still got
should
some
know
big
better.
dreams rattling around your head, but you're out there scrounging. You're going to Taco Bell. You're partying a little bit. You're like, I'm
Afternoon
not
on a
old.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So I think it's a 32-year-old man.
Fine.
All right.
How old are you, by the way?
24.
Okay. So you have ways to go to get to 32. That still feels like an old man to you.
Keith, do you want to go?
I'll take
next,
the
or
I'll
do you
take the
wanna go
take
end?
spot. I'll go
Okay,
second.
take
Okay.
spot. Go second.
I'm gonna say this dude is 40, but he looks 65 as hell.
Thank you very much. 65 AF. Go ahead, Jay.
I'm going to say he is 60 years old. This is a 60-year-old man.
This is a 19-year-old kid.
19
he
years old.
is 19. But his life is over at this point.
So 32, 40.
32 from
32 from
Right,
Connor.
right.
40.
Keith said 40.
You say 60.
I say 60. You say 19.
19. We're all over the map here.
Man.
You guys
Where's
are
more over the all over the map than Doug Francisco?
Douglas Francisco, who thought a bank was a Taco Bell and then literally tried to not escape, is 28 years old. Over here.
Pointed at the wrong
Connor,
guy.
very
Nice.
nice.
That's probably nice for you to be able to do that to
There he
somebody
is.
else for
Oh,
once.
Jesus.
Twins.
He's got. I'm going
He
to
looks
say
like
this
a
about
villain,
him.
right?
He's got
Wow.
great
Yeah.
hair.
He looks like a villain, or he
An
looks
Act
like the
One
equipment
villain
manager
death.
of
Yeah.
a D2 basketball
He
team.
kind of looks
He's
like
not the main bad guy from the Bond movie, but he's the guy who's like the muscle.
Yeah,
This guy
like he
looks
gets
like-
killed in the opening.
he like date raped his way out of Slytherin. He's got that kind of like evil
Mean
look.
Boys.
I've never seen somebody look so European and do some shit so American.
It looks
that-
like he has
that
a
Mean Boys
scar
podcast.
from a cold sore.
Yeah,
that he tried to
Man,
pick off.
This
Yeah,
is
you gotta let it go.
That guy has hepatitis X.
that's like some.
You look at that guy. I mean, that's the type of guy that if you see him asleep in a car, most people would be like, "There's no reason to deal with this."
That is a guy who fucks your sister then asks for a ride home. Like, that is his vibe.
From your apartment.
Oh, like yes, I'm the horrible one here.
Yeah.
No, he asked for a ride home, and he's at his house.
Yeah.
That's how drunk that guy is all the time.
He has to
Stop at the ATM. I want Gorditas.
Go to the Wells Fargo. I'm thinking fried chicken.
All
Oh,
right.
what banks does he think are other fast food places?
That's what I want to know. I
love
would
it.
love to
All
find
right,
out.
there you go. There's
That's
your mini. Enjoy that. Have a great weekend. Check out their podcast,
The Mean Boys Podcast.
Where can people get it? Just on iTunes? Or?
Yeah, iTunes,
Everywhere.
YouTube, SoundCloud.
MeanBoysPodcast.com. We're on tour, going all over the East Coast in April. So go to the website. We'd love to see you guys out
Doing
there.
your podcast live in different venues?
Podcast
Yes.
and stand-up.
And
Nice.
stand-up. I love it. Check
Take
these
personal
guys out.
umbrage with the things we've said on the program today.
Yeah, go after
Confront
them.
these guys is what
Confront
we're trying
them
to
is
say.
what
Please
they're
go
doing.
yell
Go
at
to
us,
their
but
shows
mostly
and
Connor.
confront them.
Yes,
Just walk
yes.
right up to them and confront them. Thank you, boys, for doing it. Appreciate
having us,
it.
man.
Thanks for having us,
And,
Sklars.
oh, shit, we got to get back to work.
Stick around, make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.